Hello everyone, this is Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I went away, so hang on here. There we go. Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties here today. So if you are joining in, I know I'm late, everybody, so I was just trying to, so I'm here on Facebook, so let me just answer this question and hopefully everybody is going to find me. I know you're all excited. So I'm only on Facebook here today. I decided not to stream to YouTube because we were having, I'm not sure if it was like a lag or what. So anyways, so I hope you're joining in. Say hello, let me know you're here, and I apologize for being late. I was having trouble loading some things and it took longer than I really thought. So hopefully you're anxious. You've all got your stuff cut and ready. There was dimensions I posted yesterday, and hopefully you're ready to follow along. If not, just sit back and relax and watch us all create a card. So put in the comments who is gonna play along, who's gonna do mystery stamping with me. I know Ellen's going to, and I think Gail is, and hopefully I think Patty, are you stamping along too? Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So I know everybody's on a tight schedule, so I think we will just get started, hopefully, and definitely let me know if you're going to stamp along, because when we're done, I would love for you, I don't know if you can do it right away. I think maybe I'll do a thread. I'll start a post for anybody who did play along. I think you can add a photo in the comments, okay, of your creation. For those who are playing along, I'd love for you to post your photo because I'm going to give away some prizes, okay? So anyway, so Nancy's going to try, Anne's going to try, Gail's trying, and Ellen and Patty. All right, so let's get started. Because I don't think it'll take too long. Hopefully it depends on the screen, okay, how my screen setup goes. So my screens are kind of tiny, so I'm hoping I've got them set up and ready to go. Okay, all right, so what you do is you've got your supplies cut and ready, okay? And we're gonna start with clue number 1, okay? That's what I was practicing, was getting the flow of my screens to work. So so I am on Facebook, so just so everybody knows, and let me just refresh my other screen here so I can see. Okay, there we go. All right, so here is your clue number 1. You know what? And I gotta get my supplies ready too, okay? So hopefully this works. So your clue number 1, you're probably not going to see me for this because I was trying to get the screens so you could still see me, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So your clue number 1 is to take your 4 1/4 inch card base and fold it, score it at 5 1/2, and then score it at score and fold at 5 1/2 inches. Okay, so simply we're gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna grab this in my bone folder, and here we go. All right, so we've got our card base all set and ready to go. So let me see if I can find my next clue. So is everybody with me so far? I think this is clue number 2. So clue number 2 is we're gonna take our designer paper. And yes, Nancy, did I cut any designer paper? Maybe I'm not quite totally with it. So, so I'm just grabbing a quick piece of designer paper. I've got some here in my stash. And I'm using, I guess I'm going to keep it a mystery what I'm using, okay? So, well, maybe I'll go back to me. So take in it here. Let me find my other screen here. And I'm using the Pansy designer paper is what I'm using today. So I'm going to take and adhere it to my card base. So probably a lot of you probably could have figured this out as to what to do. Okay, so hopefully I've got some Tombow glue here. Boy, is it gorgeous out here in Central New York today. It feels like spring. So my card's kind of springy here. So I've got my card, my designer paper, adhered to my card base. So that was clue. Oh, I guess I did clue number 3 there. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, clue number 2. So we're up to that. So we're going to take and set this aside, okay? Now we're going to take, I got to figure out what I did with my stuff. I didn't like, oh, here we go. I didn't kind of like clean up my desk that too much. So, clue number 3. Here we go for clue number 3. We're going to take, and let me know if I'm going too fast, okay? What was the first clue? Want to get my score? You're going to just fold it in half at 5.5 inches, okay? Because that's half of 11 inches, Patty, okay? And then then your second clue was to add your designer paper to your card base, okay? And then set that aside. Now you're going to take your next 2 pieces that were cut, the 3 1/4 by 4.5 inch cardstock, okay? I chose white, and then a second piece, it could either be cardstock or designer paper, your choice, okay? And so the second piece was 3 1/8 by 4 3/8, okay? Which are right there. Now, depending on what you have, I took, because I'm using another piece of white cardstock, so let me go back so you guys can see my screen again. And I'll post these clues, well, I'm trying to think. This will be on replay, okay? So you guys can see the replay again, okay? So I chose 2 white pieces of cardstock, okay? So I didn't mention this in the comments, but because it all depends on what your stamp set was and what you wanted to be your focal point, okay? So I took and I embossed my smaller piece here with the Tasteful Textiles, I think that's what it's called, embossing folder, just so I had a little bit of texture to it. You thought there was another step to clue 1. Nope, it was just to fold your cardstock in half, and that was it, okay? All right, so now you can take, depending on it, maybe you have designer paper for this layer. You're going to put these 2 together. These 2 layers will go together, okay? And I'm so glad so many of you are like playing along. Yay. This might have been, I probably should have chosen a little simpler card to do. But so if you really love doing this, afterwards in the thread tomorrow or later on today, let me know if you love doing this. So I've got this layer right here, okay? So so that was clue 3, right? So we're up to 4. I think this is it. Let me get it ready. Okay, clue number 4. Now, if you decided to have ribbon, I decided to tie ribbon around these 2 layers, okay? So a lot depends. Maybe you just want to make a bow and add that later on. Okay, so this would be the time if you wanted to wrap ribbon around these 2 layers, okay? So let me grab my ribbon here, and I gotta get the right color. I'm using Fresh Freesia, or what is this called? Open weave ribbon, okay? So I'm gonna just wrap this around. And yes, I'm all thumbs here today. Or maybe later on you just want to tie a bow, you know, and add the bow with a glue dot, whatever your choice is. I gotta cut this. Why am I having trouble tying today? I think because it's on the other side. So let me just cut this off here. There we go. I want my knot over here. Okay, I'm just going to simply do a knot. All right, And I know I'm going to want this down and this off to the side. Okay, so I added ribbon onto mine, okay? All right, let me just see if there's any comments, okay? Hopefully we're good. You guys, everybody, how's everybody doing? And these numbers are so tiny, I can't see on my screen. Okay, so there's what we want to do. We want this one. Okay, ready for clue number 5? So this is where you wanted like I got to get in the screen here, like a focal point, okay? So so I chose I'm into the hydrangeas. So this is what I wanted to do. So here is your clue number 5. Just kind of decide. It could be a stamped image. It could be something you die cut, because there's lots of die cuts that would create a focal image. It could be a punch. You could have maybe used the daisy punches, or it could have been, I'm trying to think, what else do we have? I can't see my punches to like look. It could have been an ice cream cone. It could have been the sailboat. It could have been the turtles. So you guys all get my drift there as to what, what kind of focal point, okay? So I'm going to add my focal point on with dimensionals. You don't have to. It just depends on what other things you're working with and whether you want it dimensionalized or not, okay? Okay, sorry, Colleen. Yes, definitely replay this later because it's just a fun mystery stamping thing to do because everybody is starting with a whole different stamp set, paper, cardstock, colors, everything. So I think it's going to be fun to kind of see what everybody ends up using. So kind of leave in the comments, did you start with a suite of products or a stamp set or maybe a package of designer paper? How did you decide what to use today? That I would love to know that. Okay, you're just watching for now. No problem, because we're still creating a card, right, Sharon? So, okay, so this is going to be my focal point here before I start, okay? So, that's why I had the ribbon go on first, because I wanted to make sure this overlaid onto my pieces of cardstock here, okay? So, am I going at a good pace, everybody? Let me know that. And you'll have time to, if you didn't, I know you're participating, you'll have time to enter your card, by tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah. Maybe we will, to enter your mystery thing. Okay, so let's add my focal point there. And I think I can trim this now. Let's get these out of the way. So the next step, I think, let's see what our next clue, because that was 5, right? So let's go to number 6. So clue number 6. So this is where we're going to add our greeting, okay? So add your greeting with a punch, label, or die cut, all right? So what did you all choose? Did you choose a punch, or did you choose, I gotta find my desktop again. Okay, so I chose this tiny little label that goes with the hydrangea dies, okay? So I have, there's a word in here, it says for you, that goes along with the stamp set. So I'm going to stamp my greeting on here. So you're going to stamp your greeting and punch out your punch or die cut, or maybe it's just a strip of cardstock. It could be anything you want. Okay, Anne's using a punch. Yay. Okay, so I've already kind of like, I could adhere this with maybe some baker's twine or something. Or I could have like tied this on here first, but I didn't like put that in the step. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make, it's got like a little hole, and I am going to just make a little cut a slit in there, okay, so I can just attach it right around where that knot is. I think I can. Just a second. I hope I can. There we go. All right, so I just kind of attached it on there. All right, so how does that look? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to secure this with a dimensional, so it makes sure it stays in place. Just think about how I want it to hang. There, isn't that cute? All right, so but we're going to dress this up a little bit more. So let me see what the next clue. So that was 6. I got to find the next clue. Nope. Hang on. Okay, where's clue number 7? Let me see here. Oh, do I have 2 clue number 1s? I do. Whoops. That's 9. I didn't get these arranged too good. Sorry, guys. Okay. I've got duplicates here, but I don't have clue number 7. Whoops. That's 8. Okay. So clue number 7 would be, I think we add our greeting, add this to the card with, so this is, we're going to move on. We're going to go on to clue number 8. Add this. Now we're going to add this to our card base, okay, with dimensionals if you want to. I got to get my screens in better shape next time, everybody. Okay, so let's pull our card base back in and add some dimensionals to this. Okay. Oh, I got purple shirt on today. It's kind of close to freesia. It's a little bit more lavender, I think, versus freesia. So, and then our last step is going to be, I guess you probably already know, and I'm going to angle this so it gets a little bit more dimension there. Okay, isn't that kind of cool? Oh, I totally forgot. We're going to dress this up a little bit more. Now, remember, they have these cute little flowers that get to be die cut out of the coordinating dies with the hydrangea set. It comes in like this huge strip here, and it die cuts them all out. So they're kind of fun to embellish with as well. So I'm going to, so if you needed to like color your image or something, you could have done that before you adhered on, which I should have done as well, but I'll show you which looks totally fine without, but I'll show you some samples where I did some coloring to it. So I'm going to put 2 of these little flowers together. Okay. My crocuses, they finally are popped up. I noticed them popping up today, so they're kind of fun to see. Spring is on its way. Sunday is spring, I believe, right? First day of spring. So we're going to just pop those little flowers on there just to add some more dimension to our tag and another embellishment as well. Now these were kind of also made like with this hydrangea. If you really wanted to, you could do a different color and added these on for more dimension, but I'm going to just leave them plain. Okay, so now we're ready for some bling, right? So, which is clue number 9, which is right here. Whoops. Let's do that. Clue number 9 is now embellish with your bling. Okay, so what bling did everybody choose to use today with their card? Okay, I'm choosing rhinestones, or what I'm choosing. Okay, so I'm going to just pull in my rhinestones, just because I love how it's just a clean, bright, sharp embellishment to add. It just kind of enhances this. So we'll just add some bling here. And dun, 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 dun. Well, definitely one on that flower. And then I think we'll do another one over here. Whoops. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? So there is my card. So who completed their card? So I've got more things to showcase to you guys as well. Okay. I'm going to change a different screen here. Let's see. Let's go back to this and this. Okay, I'm going to go to this screen. Okay, so let me show you some other ideas, okay, using this. So I'll start a new post when we're done here, okay? So if you want to add your completed card, just take a simple photo of it, okay, and post it in the comments of that thread, okay? And I don't know, I'll put an end to commentings tomorrow night, and then Wednesday we'll draw for winners on Wednesday at the next live. How's that? Need to decide on a sentiment. Okay, good. All right, Patty finished, and Roberta has to color hers. You're going to pick out different colors and stuff. Okay, it's fun, you know. That's why if you kind of like start with a suite of products, it kind of gets you going. As to coordinating everything, okay? But yeah, definitely. Let's see your original samples too, Anne, as well, because it's kind of neat. You know, we definitely want to see that first card that you did, because it adds to the fun of it, I think. So, okay, let me show you some more samples with this, okay? So here's the other. Well, I'm going to show you the ones that I got to look here. I got my samples. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here is what I added color to with blends is what I did. You see the difference by adding, I just took the light Fresh Freesia blend and colored in the images. You see the difference it makes? So totally different. And I'll post these. These we posted on my blog. I'm not sure when. It might be a few days because I've got a couple deadlines I need to meet and I'm not done yet. So, okay, so there's that one. Here it is with Pale Papaya right there. And then we've got Soft Succulent here as well. So I colored blends in there as well. But the same concept and look, okay? And so let me show you the designer paper that we used. So this is the pansy paper here. So it does have, there's the 3, let's look at the back sides first, I guess. So here's the back sides of these papers. So they have 3 that are gingham, and then 3 that are different types of patterns. I love this yellow one. This one's okay, and this one looks really cool too as a background. This one to me is kind of boring. I wish it was a little bit more exciting. I would have loved it in the gingham paper. So let's look at this fabulous flip side. This coordinates with the pansy dies, okay? So your paper doesn't necessarily have to go for just the suite that it comes with, okay? So this is a hydrangea, so it goes perfectly with this as well. Okay, the pansy suite does have dies that cut out all of these images, or they could be fussy cut as well, okay? And then we have, this is a nice, beautiful background. This is on the back of the Fresh Freesia gingham paper. So this is pretty as well. It's got all the mix of the colors, Calypso, and I think there's Positively Pink in this collection. But look at these. Aren't these just kind of gorgeous? These could be fussy cut as well. If you love to fussy cut, these are kind of fun to use. Or it could be a background as well on paper. Okay. And then these do have dies that can be cut out, or they could be fussy cut. So you could create your own pansy look as well. Nancy Henderson, you made this on the fly, but I didn't have paper ready. That's totally fine. Sometimes we all work on the fly. I'm glad you're pleased with the outcome. Yay. All right. Good job. Okay, and then this is a nice, pretty background, and this could even be fussy cut. I mean, they're kind of tiny and small, but they could be like a little accent on a tag or something. Okay, and then this pansy patch here. So look for some cards with this soon, because I'll be doing this collection with my team for next month. Okay, all right. So that's the pansy paper, but let me still show you some more, because Wednesday was all about doing the whitewash technique. So I wanted to show this card with the whitewash technique. You see the difference? Here is with nothing, the plain card as well. My ink pad could have been a little juicier when I did this. I didn't go over it a second time, but hopefully you can see it, the whitewash on there. Okay. And then I stepped it up a little bit. Can you see the difference between these? I used the Scallop Contours label and then added my second layer there. That's embossed too. I don't know if you can kind of see it. There we go. You can see the texture, especially like up in here. By adding that little bit of that additional layer of cardstock and then texturizing, it really makes your image pops and everything, I think. And then I added twine on this one. Okay. All right. So we got more. Okay. So I did these 3 colors with this stepped up version. And these were all colored with the blends. And I actually added some Wink of Stella to the flower as well. So there's the Pale Papaya with the pumpkin pie ink. And then a Fresh Freesia with the grape, gorgeous grape ink. Remember, when you kind of want like your image to pop, you might want to increase the color. You want to have a stronger color so you can make your image pop as well. So this is on soft succulent cardstock with evening evergreen ink. Okay, and they're all done with adding some Wink of Stella and the blends, the light colored blends for each of the colors. So, okay, so I hope that inspired you and you thought this was fun. Let me think here. So, let me show you, I don't have the kit ready, but I'll show you in my mess here. Let's see, I've got one more. I don't know where my other card is, because I kind of got, here we go. Okay, so let me show you what this month's free card kit is when you place a $50 or more order. Okay, so remember we did the 3 cards on Wednesday. So you're going to get the supplies for the 3 cards, minus no stamped images. You could really use this for any type of stamps that you have, okay, to stamp on the background. So you got your labels, you're going to get some butterflies, and then you're going to get supplies for these 3 cards. So a total of 6 cards when you do a $50 or order between now and the end of March, okay? So I'll be showing more details on my blog as well, okay, when I do the next blog post. And also in my newsletter. So sign up for my newsletter as well. If you're not a subscriber to my newsletter, it will have details in there also, okay, in the next edition, which hopefully will be soon. This next week, I'm thinking. So because the retired list is coming out and you're going to want to make sure you're on the newsletter. So because I will be sending it on the retired list or in the newsletter first, okay? All right, so I hope you guys like this mystery stamping. Please make sure you comment and let me know if you really enjoyed this, or nah, not worth my time, or it's okay to just still watch too. Okay, Anne added Wink of Stella to her dragonflies. Yeah, that looks, Wink of Stella on them is really good. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you guys' creations. So thank you for joining in. I so appreciate you being here. and I'll see what we can do, another mystery stamping event again, okay? And I'll work on my slides a little better. I know my transition was not good. So, okay, I'm glad you loved it. Thanks, Sharon. And everybody have an awesome weekend. And we'll post when I'm done with work. Okay, good, Patty. I'm excited to see everybody. So I'll go in and do a post right now, and I'll post my cards as well right now, okay? Okay, everybody, thanks so much, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.